Hi and welcome back to LFI Educates. By the end of this video, you should be able to describe the functions of different tissues in a leaf, functions of root and xylem vessels. In the last video, we have studied about photosynthesis. Remember that photosynthesis takes place in the leaf? Leaf is a plant organ. So like any organ, it consists of different tissues. The cross-section of a leaf comprises of upper epidermis, second, we have lower epidermis, third, we have a waxy layer, fourth, we have palisade layer, fifth, we have spongy layer, sixth, stomata, and the last one we have vein. This diagram shows a cross-section of a leaf. In other words, we can say that a leaf has been sliced from top to bottom. The upper epidermis and the lower epidermis protects the cell inside the leaf. The upper epidermis is transparent. This allows the sunlight to pass through the upper epidermis and reach to the photosynthetic cells for the process of photosynthesis. The upper epidermis also comprises of a waxy layer. Waxy layer. This waxy layer protects the upper surface of the leaf and prevents the loss of excess water from the leaf. Then we have lower epidermis. The lower epidermis comprises of a tiny pores called stomata. This stomata allow the exchange of gases between carbon dioxide, that is CO2, and oxygen, O2. In other words, we can say that carbon dioxide enters through this stomata and oxygen leaves through this stomata. Next, we have the palisade layer. Palisade layer is in this part. Let me write here, palisade layer. This palisade layer comprises of palisade cells, and in these palisade cells there is a packed full of chloroplasts. And you know very well that chloroplasts contain a green pigment called chlorophyll that traps the light energy needed for the process of photosynthesis. And most of the photosynthesis takes place in this layer, that is the palisade layer. Now, right underneath this palisade layer, we have the spongy layer. The key feature of this spongy layer is that it has lots of air spaces between them. This spongy layer allows the carbon dioxide to diffuse through the stomata and travel through this spongy layer till the palisade layer, where the process of photosynthesis will take place and we get a byproduct called oxygen that travels from the palisade layer through the spongy layer and leaves from the stomata. Some of the photosynthesis also takes place in this spongy layer. Then next, we have the vein. This vein, the main function of this vein is what? It carries water and minerals to different parts of the leaves. And some of the water is also used up in the process of photosynthesis. Next, we will be studying on the functions of root. We all know that roots are usually underground. So what are the functions of root? Roots mainly have three functions. First, it anchors or holds the plant in the ground, and it also gives support so the plant can stand upright. The next function is it transports water and minerals. Transport water and minerals. The root hair zone of a root can pass through the interspace of the soil. In that way, they absorbs water and minerals and then transfer to different parts of the plant. And the last one, we can say that some of the plants store their food in their roots. So, store food. For example, we can go for carrot or beetroot, turnip, and so on. So these are some of the functions of the roots. And last, we have xylem vessels. Xylem vessels. This xylem vessels comprise, or we can say in other words that this is the main vessels that transport water and minerals to different parts of the leaf. Transport water and minerals, different parts of the leaf. Then this xylem vessels is a long and continuous tube. Long and continuous tube. It also contains strong and hard walls. That means the walls of xylem vessels are very strong and hard. So in that way, these xylem vessels not only transport water and minerals to different parts of the leaf, but it also provides support to the leaf, to the plant. The position of xylem vessels differs according to the different parts of a plant, like leaf, stem, and root. So to conclude, the cross-section of a leaf comprises of the upper and the lower epidermis that protects the internal part of a cell. Then we have the palisade layer where most of the photosynthesis takes place. Then we have the spongy layer which has lots of air spaces. Stomata where exchange of gases takes place. The waxy layer that prevents the excess loss of water, and vein that carry water and minerals to different parts of the leaf. Then the functions of root. Three main functions. First one is to anchor the soil, anchor the plant. The second is to absorb water and minerals. And the third, some plants store food in their roots. Then we have the xylem vessels, which actually carries water and minerals, and it also have a strong hard walls that give support to the plant, and the position of xylem differs according to different parts of the plant, like the stem, the root, and the leaf. So that's all we have today. Thank you, and see you in the next video.